Bounty hunters, they have a dangerous job when they go after fugitives, and that proved to be true in Akron. As a warrant was being served, shots rang out. Our Harry Boomer is live now in Akron with the latest details on what happened. Harry.
Nikki, it is understandable to be confused when somebody shows up at your house in the middle of the night unannounced with guns drawn. Well, a surprise is what a bounty hunter does, and this time it sent one of them to the hospital who's now fighting for his life.
I got an agent hit. He's been shot. Gunshot wound to the stomach. You ain't gonna die on my watch, bro. Where's the home? Don't panic. We don't want you bleeding more.
You're listening to the frantic calls for help. Several bounty hunters showed up at a home on 7th Avenue in Akron when suddenly shots were fired. One of them, a 37-year-old man, was hit.
1155 7th Avenue. Somebody shooting my house up for no reason. There's a shot flying through my house. In them right now. They're shooting right now.
I'm just trying to stay hidden behind something.
Okay.
A woman whispering in hopes of staying safe, calling from inside the house where the agents showed up.
Anyone in your home been hit at all?
Is anybody hit? Is anybody hit? Is anybody hit? Nobody's hit. Nobody's hit.
We understand that someone at the rear of the property fired multiple shots, and one of those shots hit the victim. He's still in the hospital. We're told in serious condition.
Captain Michael Miller of the Akron Police Department says at least 2 people were arrested.
There were at least 5 adults in the house at the time when the police arrived. They called those individuals out, and at least 2 subjects were detained, and a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old, and they both were sent to the respective facilities for unrelated warrants. The nature of this incident leaves a lot of questions like, was this a stand your ground or castle law incident where people have the right to protect themselves from intruders, or was it a fugitive just trying to evade being captured? Captain Miller says there are lots of unanswered questions, and this investigation definitely is continuing. In Akron, I'm Harry Boomer, 19 News.